The United Nations does not recognize countries. The United Nations does not grant independence or recognize countries, only sovereign states do. This principle dates back to Westphalian sovereignty, 1648, and was later outlined in the Montevideo Convention, 1933, and ICJ rulings like the Kosovo Advisory Opinion, 2010. Recognition of a state is a political act, not a UN decision. I want you to always keep this in mind. The UN does not grant independence, it only oversees the transition. The final step must be handled by the administering power, Italy in Somalia's case. A legal document, treaty, proclamation, or declaration should have been signed by Italy and Somalia's leaders to formalize independence. Issue with Somalia. There is no clear evidence of a formal independence treaty document signed by Italy and Somalia defining sovereignty. Somalia is not a fully legal country. No formal treaty of independence. No legal sovereignty transfer. No defined borders. Violates Montevideo Convention. No legal act of union with Somaliland. Illegal territorial claim. UN did not grant sovereignty. Italy was supposed to, but didn't. Under international law, Somalia does not meet the full legal criteria for statehood. Its existence as a sovereign nation is based on assumption, not legal foundation under international law. Hassan Sheikh, the unelected head of the UN experiment called Somalia, openly admitted that he has no legal borders. If that's not an admission of non-sovereignty and not being a real country, I don't know what is. The issue with Somalia. There is no clear evidence of a formal independence proclamation document signed by Italy and Somalia defining sovereignty. The issue with Somalia. No clear border agreements were established. The issue with Somalia. While Somalia was recognized, the UN did not grant independence. It was supposed to be a process between Italy and Somalia, but a formal treaty is missing. The issue with Somalia. Somalia had a draft constitution from 1960, but since no formal independence treaty was signed, questions remain about its legal validity under international law. Keeping all this information in mind, like I said before, the UN doesn't recognize countries, and there are no bilateral agreements between Italy and Somalia. Somalia doesn't exist, it has no borders. It's a trusteeship, a plot of land up for grabs for anyone, a UN project. Once the truth is uncovered, that is all it will be. Now that we've covered the facts, it's time to examine the evidence. Stay tuned for our next episode. Everything will be revealed.